Hello, everyone. I'm working on a game. If you are curious as to what that game looks like, here are some like concept art pieces here. All right. So, what is this game? What am I doing? What is this? All right. So, I have made a few 2D games in the past. I kind of went away from hand drawn animation, and I feel like the animation quality of my previous games isn't as good as it should be. But this game will be hand drawn 2D animation. So what is this game? It's going to be kind of like a Mario type of game, where it's going to be like Super Mario World, except you can play as like different like coffee and like sweet themed characters. I don't have a name for it yet. I just have like general concepts. So you can see like here's like some concept art of like some enemies. These are just like some like coffee cake or whatever, like a pie or cake or something. Just trying to get like the idea down. Like so this is like one of the first concept sketches. Um, so here's like some art for it. I actually have an animation to show. So like here's an example. I need to recolor these coffee beans. They kind of look like weird, but I need to recolor these. This is like an example of like what an area could look like. Coffee bean canyon. And then we have cinnamon stick forest. So you can see here we got all these cinnamon sticks. Now this is not final game art. The game would look similar to this style, but it's not exactly going to be like there's going to be like sections of things that I'll build levels with, so it'll look more like video game. This is more just like quick and dirty concept art. So yeah, so one of the characters is going to be this character. I just call her Princess Sweet because she's like a cinnamon princess or something. It's all like coffee themed stuff. And like this guy that's like my channel icon. You can see him here. This is like a really quick sketch. He could like attack with his like straw. He can like shoot things out. Her original concept, she has like a fork, but then I changed it to like this like two-pronged thing, because I'm gonna have to hand draw this at different angles, so it's a little easier for me to do that. But I want this guy to be playable too. He's gonna be like probably the main character, to be honest, and then this will be just like the princess of some kingdom. This is like some basic stuff that I just like threw down in like 5 seconds. And then here's some enemies. So you have like a gumball, you have like a marshmallow guy. And these would be animated, like hand drawn, so they're like rotating around and looking cool. And then the flying saucer, it's a teacup guy on a plate. It's like really stupid. Then we have an idle animation so far. This is missing in between frames, but it's like the main thing. You can kind of see here, got like an idle going. So like I'll have the coffee guy have like a similar thing. This is just 3 frames, like 3 keyframes. It's not like anything too crazy. So if I actually hit tab, you can see here, there's like 3 frames. I hand drew each frame. So like I'm gonna do the same thing for the coffee guy. So you can kind of see here, each one of these frames is like hand drawn. I made the characters simple so I could hand draw them. So like if I go back to concept art for some of these, like these dudes, they'll like rotate around so they'll appear to be 3-dimensional, but they'll actually just be 2D hand drawn animation. So you can kind of get a feel. Originally her weapon was a fork because it's just funny, but it's still essentially like a fork. It's just like this like two-pronged like blunt thing that she can like fling sugar cubes at an enemy or something. Like that might be like one of her abilities. So everything will be like food based. So like this dude might have different abilities where he shoots different things out of his straw for like attacks. So he'll be kind of ranged and she'll be like a melee. And there'll probably be other characters too, but I have to hand draw all this stuff. So that's one of the things I've been working on. I do have another project that I was working on for a while, and it's kind of becoming like a nightmare to work on. That would be this project. So I did do all this art. You can see here, like this character, these characters. I did do all this. Working with Unreal Engine is very difficult. It's like extremely difficult. It's doable, but it crashes. Like here's the thing, it like crashes a lot. It bugs out a lot. It's like just importing a chair, like just like a basic asset. Like just first of all, you have to model it, then you have to texture it, then you have to export everything. You have to import it, and when it imports it into pieces, and then you have like I don't know, like 10 to 15 texture files because you have your height map, your basic paint layer, and then you have like a mixed layer that has like roughness, AO, and metallic, and then you have to split that apart. You have to change like specific import settings. Like it's a lot of work. So I do want to eventually like finish this, but it's going to take quite a lot of time to do that. Just getting it up and running is going to be a lot. Like it's so much easier just to make 2D hand-drawn animations and make a game in Unity. This is something I've done 4 times, so I'm already used to Unity. I already know like everything about it. But for Unreal Engine, there's such a lot. There's a lot to learn. So this is definitely a very long-term project. And honestly, like I think the art looks like so-so. It could be better. I like the logo, but I feel like the characters should either be more stylized or more realistic. They're kind of like in this in-between where I either would want them to be more stylized or more realistic. So like I kind of feel like they're in like a weird spot, like artistically. But yeah, let me know what you think about any of this stuff. We have quite a bit so far, or not quite a bit. We have like some concept art. I can make stuff like this in like an hour. So I can build level assets pretty rapidly. So you can see like these sketches only took like a few minutes. Like each sketch was like, I don't know, a minute for some of these. This is like 3 or 5 minutes or so. So I tried to make her in simple shapes so that I can redraw her from different angles. Same thing with the cup guy. He's just a cup. So he'll have to do cool things. And he'll like stretch. Like he won't just be a static cup. He'll like stretch and his like limbs will grow for like attacks and stuff like that. He can like pick stuff up. So we're going to have a lot going on. So here's like some more of the art. Definitely let me know what you think. I could do a thing where I make videos where I get like user feedback, especially people who actually follow the channel, and just see what they think about the project overall. And from there, I can like shape the game based on that, and that could be kind of like a fun interactive thing. You know, we can really wipe the walls down between us. That's like this thing that like Choopy Choosy, like he always has. It's like Garth Brooks is like, I really want to wipe the walls down between us, but he always has that in his streams, so it's funny to me. But here's like a quick animation, a quick and dirty 3-frame animation. You can kind of see like it's like mostly consistent. It is hard to do 2D animation, but this is like a good opportunity for me to improve my sketching. I could have reused the same head, but I wanted to redraw it every single time. So like the head and the crown are being like redrawn. 2D animation is very hard, so it is, and it's something I've done before, but it's just something I think would be fun. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm going to be getting back to the normal content now. Thanks for checking this out, and I will see you there.